Welcome everybody, this is Chi from Equinox Education. This week I would like to share more of my cycling experiences so far, and I know that I've been talking a lot about cycling lately. Part of it is because that's what I do in my spare time, and the second reason is that I found I learned a lot of life lessons from doing all those cycling. So the two things that I actually learned from doing the 100-kilometer ride was, first, I need to be humble. Second, I need to have better preparation in whatever things I do. So this past Sunday actually, I did a 100-kilometer ride from Waterloo to Stratford. Going there is 50, and coming back is 50. So in total is 100-kilometer. And before the ride, I prepared a lot of things. I prepared one energy bar. This is funny. And also I prepared a spare pump and a spare tube in case I had a puncture, so that I can prepare my next tube for my tire. And going to Stratford, I have to say it was very easy, because part of it because the wind was blowing from east to west, and because I was going to west to Stratford, it basically helped me and carried me all the way through. And from Waterloo to Stratford, my average speed was actually 31 kilometers per hour, which surprised the hell out of me, because that's not my speed usually. But hey, when nature calls you to be lucky, and you just gotta take it, right? But jokes aside, on my way back from Stratford to Waterloo, I had to bike against the wind that's blowing directly towards my face, and the speed was 31 kilometers per hour from east to west. And that was really tough for me to ride against it, because when you're doing a long distance cycling, you really have to pace yourself. You can't just put 100% effort at the very beginning. You have to pace yourself as you go, and because of the wind, I really messed up my pace. And also, but around 75k, my body started to feel a little bit bad, and my lower back started to feel painful, and my legs was starting to feel sore. I was started to run out of energy, and I was feeling hungry, but I had willpower, and I thought that willpower just can push me through. I hope it's so, but around 88k, I was so hungry, I was so out of energy that I really had to stop, because I was about to faint. I was still cycling, but at one point, I just realized that I really had no energy. I just really have to stop and take a break. And I was lucky enough to meet a gentleman who gave me Pepsi Coke, which gave me a lot of boost to carry me through the remaining 12 kilometers. But as I was riding, because I haven't done a 100-kilometer ride this year, my legs started to feel cramp, and I would ignore my cramp, but it started to lock. I ignored my lock. At one point, I just can't ignore it anymore, because I just had to stop. It locked itself out, and had to stop on the side of the road, do some stretch, take a break, and get back on the road again. And after a few minutes, after a few hills, the same thing happened. So I really have to stop again. Eventually, I made it back home. But the two things that I want to point out is the things I mentioned earlier, is that I really need to be humble, and I need to prepare. Being humble in the sense that I underestimated the whole 100-kilometer ride to Stratford and back. I only had one energy bar. It's just ridiculous, because I knew that I should have known that I was going to run out of energy. Should have prepared more for my nutrition intake, so that I can have the energy to finish the ride. And also, I forgot to look at the weather forecast. I didn't know there was going to be wind blowing directly from east to west, and it's going to mess up my pace, right? And also, I didn't know how cold it was, so I sort of had a long sleeve, but it was not good enough to keep myself warm, to have more energy to carry through. So a lot of things I really didn't. I thought I'm a good cyclist, and I have energy, and I don't need that much energy bar, or I don't need energy gel, but it really doesn't make sense. And I learned to be humble, and I learned that nature is there's a lot of things that you really need to prepare yourself to be more humble. And also preparation, very important, because if you don't have preparation, you're gonna be in trouble, right? And same thing, I have one energy bar, and that really didn't last me long, and I really had to stop. I had to ask other people for more food to help me to finish the ride. So it's very important to prepare yourself, to make sure that you have the best preparation especially when the task is very, very difficult. So, and apart from the cycling, another thing I want to mention is that it's really great to to investigate some time into yourself to do self-improvement. And it's all because if you spend more time in self-improvement, you're gonna be better, and once you're better, you're gonna achieve more success, right? And it's awesome. It's great that we all hang out with friends and family. We take pictures with food, and we spend time eating a lot of nice food, and we travel, and we buy nice things. We enjoy it because we only live once, right? But I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. However, it's great. It's very critical that you invest your time per day or per week even into something that can improve yourself. You can, for me, I do a lot of reading, and I do cycling to improve my physical activity, physical health, and also I do CrossFit to make sure my body is in the best condition at all time. And so if you don't know, if you want to read a book and if you don't know, you can ask people. Or if you don't have anybody to ask, you can ask me. You can ask me, hey Chi, what kind of books do you recommend me to read for self-improvement? And or also any sorts of physical activities, right? I can tell you more. And if you really absolutely have no idea where you're going to improve, you can still ask me and join me for my training program where you can improve a lot of soft skills, emotional intelligence, and those things are going to help you in whatever things that you do, right? So it's very, very important that we invest our time on a daily basis or a weekly basis, so that when we get so that we can get better at something. And when we get better, we're gonna achieve more success, and there's nothing wrong with achieving more success in your life, correct? So I really hope that you took away a few things from my cycling experiences and also my rambling. But it was very, very important. Sometimes we really need to humble down, and we really need to prepare, and also we really need to put a lot of time to do self-improvement to make yourself better at something. So I really think those are the helpful tips in whatever things that we do. And I really hope this video helped you in some sense, and hope you guys have a great week and a great day. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.